Welcome to Moody's Mixer, winning with prostate cancer, no fear necessary. We're responsible for making this landing. And when we think we are alone, he's just telling us to go through the storm, go through the wind condition. I'm here, but you gotta learn how to do this. I can't promote you to captain if you don't understand how to deal with it. So going through this journey, he's letting me deal with the condition, but I know he's right there. And when it's time for me to become captain, or it's time for me to retire at different ages. And it's just about us understanding the indicators that we're looking at. So we can't allow others to tell us, oh, this is the indicators I'm judging you on. Yeah, they can judge us on any indicators that they want to. It may not be the same indicators that God is judging us. See, when you're in that cockpit, you've experienced a lot of things. And you talk to other pilots about conditions. Hey man, I had a wind shear landing today. I had one not too long ago. So you talk about those wind shear experiences. When you talk about those wind shear experiences, one pilot tells you something maybe you didn't quite know. Yeah, that's what I felt. You felt something, but you didn't know what it was, but they told you something. But what we have to be careful of, we both had wind shears. The speed of it, the angle was coming at us, different. Indicator that I'm looking at, and he's looking at the same indicator. So the adjustments we have to make are a little bit different. In your life, your experience becomes so important, but we apply it in our situation that could be a little bit different. Fruits and stuff called antioxidants, vegetables, cucumbers are good to eat. But I can't eat cucumbers because they're hard on the digestive system. So if my enzymes are working harder digesting foods as opposed to fighting the cancer, put my physical body at risk. I would never tell nobody don't eat those things. For what my body needs, I don't need to eat those things. Those things for some people could be very healthy. For me, where I am on this flight right now, those things are detrimental to me landing this aircraft. I need these enzymes to do certain things. If I can help it, I need those enzymes to fight the cancer. If I'm not putting the right things in my body, I'm affecting my recovery. And so this journey I'm on, constantly take off, I gotta constantly land. And sometimes the landings are rough. I learned from what just transpired flight 2022. Now I'm on a different flight. Now this flight's taking off in a better position. I'm feeling better. I have some things that are working better now because I was able to make these adjustments. I'm constantly improving, go through it. I got still more improvement that I can do on this flight right now. And I'm so having fun and looking forward to it. But I'm not on a non-stop flight. I'll be hitting some turbulence in the next 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Put your seatbelt on, everything's fine, but it's gonna be rough. Sometimes the pilots go around it. Hey, I'm going around the storm today. Sometimes it's not that bad, we can go through it. Sometimes it's too rough, they have to go around it. Sometimes we gotta go around things in our life. Can't always fly through the storm. We gotta know the indicators, all of this information is telling us this is how we have to attack a storm. All storms are not created equal. Different type of rainstorm or every rainstorm. Every time you up in the air, you gotta treat it differently. We can fly the same aircraft over and over and over. The same flight, the same route, but it's always just a little different. That's what makes this journey so magnificent, because it's always different. That's what makes life so good. It's different every day. It's never the same. Yes, I can be in the same flight. I can be in the same position. What can I do to make it different? And it's on me. If God says, hey, you ready to bring this flight in today? I'm here, but I need you to go through it. I'm watching. When it gets too rough, I'm going to be there. And I have to trust. Remember when I had my visitation, September 2018 in Spain, when I had that 2-hour cry. And then when the race came that next morning and I got injured and couldn't run anymore. And God said, thank you, son, job well done, you've been obedient. And when I woke up that morning and God said, you've been obedient, my son. And I looked back over my life those last 50 years. I was like, God, I ain't been good. And it wasn't about whether I was good or not, as it was about me being obedient to what he wants me to do. But his obedience and his disobedience looks different. Once I understand my obedience has more power, and I'm just saying this for my life. So your life could be different. So these choices, these gauges, so now I gotta start reading these gauges. They come in different categories. I gotta learn to understand how these categories change. So I want to thank you for tuning in to Moody's Mixer, Women with Prostate Cancer, No Fear Necessary. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And please, if you get a chance, please hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Please make comments. Your comments are very important. Your comments help me understand my journey, but also helps those that are reading the comments going on in someone else's life that can help them who may be afraid to write or express what's going on in their life. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in to Moody's Mixer, Women with Prostate Cancer, No Fear Necessary. God bless. See you next week.